Exciting time.
Because we have Anthonie Tonnon on the phone. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. We had a big drive last night. I got in around 4. We drove back from our first show of the tour in Raglan.
Oh, we assumed you were still partying till 4 a.m, but it was the driving, was it?
It was driving. Yeah. We finished the show at 12 and got on the road sort of about 12:30. And then once we got back to Auckland, we needed to sort of do some unpacking and things, and all sort of
yikes.
Every sort of 5 minutes adds half an hour somehow at that time of night. You end up going to bed pretty late.
Life of a rock star, eh? Something like that, eh?
Something like that. When you drive the van yourself, yeah. In a past life, I actually was a tour guide, so I'm quite used to driving vans full of people and trying to stick to itineraries and all that kind of thing. So
and were you doing your whole spiel on the way home too? If you look to your left.
I tried to avoid it. We did take a scenic route to Raglan last night, going along the old road which goes through a town called Waingaro, which is, I say a town, but it's really just a Waikato Draft sponsored pub. But it's a beautiful way to get to Raglan, and it's still actually, I think, a little bit faster than even the new bypass that lots of people will talk about when you go down there.
There you go.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade. Yeah. So your second album, Successor, has just released today.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it all?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Yeah. It's a great thing to have it out finally, and I'm very grateful to all the people that have been involved, all the band members and Jonathan Pierce who produced it, and people like my helpers like Liv, who is helping me do the sort of publicity and things, and yes, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I bet. So how long has it taken you to put Successor together?
It's been a good couple of years, from start to finish. But I mean, one of the interesting things about it is that we did a lot of touring during the making of it. We sort of decided early on that that's how we wanted to tighten up the record and figure out what we were doing with it.
Yeah,
was to do a lot of shows around it. So we started doing some recording, Jonathan and I, and then I went and did a big solo tour in the US, and then we booked a couple of band tours in New Zealand to sort of get the band songs right.
Yeah.
And it's this thing that I saw in the US, where bands in the States would they'd have maybe 2 or 3 songs and then a bunch of jams, and then they'd go on the road and figure out what they were doing while they were on tour.
Right.
And I felt like the way that I'd always been taught to do it in New Zealand was to make the perfect album in your bedroom and then become famous and then go on tour.
Yeah.
So this is sort of the reverse approach.
Cool. And the Successors who you're taking on parts of this tour, are they did they work? Are they on the record with you?
Yeah. So, well, Jonathan's I guess done the lion's share of the work. I mean, he produced the record with me, and he's also the guitarist and helped them sort of make the arrangements and things. And then Edward Castello on bass and Stu Harwood on drums, and the full rhythm section's sort of on about half of the songs.
Yeah.
And then the other ones are sort of not completely solo, but they're a lot more like my solo show.
Right.
And one of the reasons for that was that, when I started touring in the US and Australia, I knew I couldn't afford to take a band. It's just, you then got 3 airfares to add to the equation. And I wanted to try to make something where I could tour it solo but still feel like I was delivering the whole package, and so it made sense to make a record that had songs that could be played by one person.
That's awesome. Do you have a favourite track off your new album?
No, I like them all equally.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's like children, eh?
I think that Water Underground came out particularly well, especially in the recording, and I think there's quite a difference in fidelities in the song.
Yeah.
Like Water Underground's a pretty full band, full noise kind of effort, and whereas and it's been recorded in a studio, and it's got beautiful sort of analog effects and compression and all that kind of stuff on it. But A Friend from Argentina, which is really about the lyric there, is just a great kind of captured fragment. It's just recorded to this 1960s portable journalist's tape recorder, and it's sort of warbly, and when you listen to it, it's sort of going slightly in and out of tune because the tape machine's quite slow and is still trying to wake up, I guess. Yeah. And it's recorded onto second-hand tape, and on the we're recording over a Beethoven recital. We didn't know this at the time. So at the end of the song, you can hear this this fragment of really low, ominous Beethoven playing, and because it's been recorded at a different speed, so it ends up coming out really dark and sinister.
That's crazy.
So just like not being able to pick your favourite kid, they've also all got their own kind of personalities, I guess.
Yeah, one's a psychopath and one's very successful.
That's awesome. Your songs and your lyrical writing is really incredible, and storytelling. That's a word, right? How many of them are like based on real life, or do you just make it up?
Fact or fiction?
I generally do just make it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's a couple of schools on that. You know, whether you should just write what you know, or and I think you should write what you know, but then you should imagine what you know into a situation that you don't know. And I mean, Shakespeare was a great writer, but he didn't. He was never a murderous king like Macbeth. He did have to imagine his situations, and the things that he did know about were the emotional content of those situations. And so I guess that's what I try to do. I've always liked to try to get into characters, and I really like songwriters like Randy Newman or Lou Reed, who can imagine a character and try to develop them as best they can, and maybe use a combination of their own experience and a bit of an imagination leap to fill out the emotional state of the character, I guess.
Yeah. So did you never have a real estate agent like Marion Bates?
Actually, that song is a direct. That's just me retelling exactly what happened. So, and I guess that's the difference between my work, this new stuff, under my own name as Anthonie Tonnon, and Tonnon and the Finance Company. Some of those songs were just exactly what happened. Marion Bates and Skinny Jeans.
That's awesome.
So your single Water Underground, it's like gone off on control. People love it and are requesting it, and I super love it too. So,
cool.
So that's really important. Like, what is that song based on?
It's funny. I've left it kind of vague, I guess. And it's funny, so some people have sort of picked up on it. I mean, when I came to write it, I had just been in California, and in this little town called Bishop, which is in the Sierra Nevada Valley, and that valley is this really amazing area. I mean, it's all pretty desert, but there are mountains around, and so there's a lot of water, or at least there should be a lot of water from glaciers and things, snowmelt. But in the early 20th century, the city of Los Angeles used these really crazy, like, mafia tactics to basically buy all of this valley, this incredibly large area, in order to secure water for the growth of Los Angeles. Because you go to LA, and there's like there's no rain ever, and there's 8 million people there.
Yeah.
And you're like, how does this work? And there's a really amazing film about it that these people in Bishop told me to watch, called Chinatown. It's a Roman Polanski film from the 70s, and it's a film noir with Jack Nicholson in it. And you turn it on, and you think, oh, great, cool, Jack Nicholson, film noir. He's wearing a film noir hat. This is going to be exciting. But for the first, 50 minutes of the film, all that happens is that Jack Nicholson visits water reservoirs. and I thought, well, if you can make a film about water rights like this, then maybe you can write a song. And so it's kind of influenced by that, but it's also influenced by things that have happened here on the east coast of the South Island, where I'm from, with water rights and irrigation,
right.
And the sacking of a particular regional council in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
cool,
awesome.
man. That's so awesome. So you're coming to Palmerston North on Sunday, and it's your first time coming to the old Swampton. How are you feeling about it?
Is that the affectionate term for Palmerston North, Swampton?
It is.
Great. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it even more then.
Yeah.
I ever since I heard about a Great Job, I wanted to play there, and I've also heard about. You've had that great venue, the Stomach, for a long time too, and I'd love to check that out. And it really seems to me like Palmerston North is having a revival. So I'm not one to miss out on these things,
Exactly.
and I want to go.
Now that's awesome. We are having a bit of a revival. I mean, we got a new mayor and everything, so things are really shaping up here in Palmerston North.
That's great.
I'm sure you'll have a blast.
A new mayor can make a big difference. Just ask Whanganui.
Very true.
Very true indeed. Hey, so it's still the early morning, so I like to ask the question: what's your go-to breakfast?
Oh, right.
Are you a breakfast person?
You know what it is? Isn't it so strange? But from the age, I know that since I was 3 years old, one of my first memories, and right up until the day I am like 80 or something, and fall over and die eating breakfast, my breakfast has and will always be Vegemite toast.
Wow.
And it makes no sense. Like, Vegemite is basically a byproduct of brewing. That they found some black stuff that looked scary.
Put it on
a byproduct of making crap beer in the apocalyptic industrial wastelands of New Zealand and Australia in the early 20th century, and somehow this has become the breakfast product of choice for so many generations. But that's what I eat every day.
That's good though. A breakfast is a good way. I think not enough people eat breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vegemite would say that too.
True. Thank you so much for your time today, Anthony, and I look super forward to seeing you on Sunday at Great Job.
Awesome. I'll thank you both for having me.
No, not a problem.
Anytime.
I was really hoping we'd get to chat to you. So, dreams do come true. Awesome.
It's been a pleasure.
Have a great day, Anthony.
You too.
See ya. Oh my gosh, what a man!
Hell of a man.
If you want to see a bit of magical Anthonie Tonnon, come to Great Job on Sunday. Bring your roasts, bring the family.
Go on.
Bring them up to Great Job on Sunday, 8 p.m, $10. I'm going to play a little bit of Water Underground. Make sure you check it out because Successor is out today. Today's today. This is Water Underground. It's 10:01. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye.